morning, yogis. Tina here. Let's warm up with a nice 10-minute stretch. Starting in your tabletop, let's come to your hands and knees. Let's warm up the spine with some cat-cows. Inhaling, letting the belly button drop, lifting your gaze and tailbone, and then exhaling to curl and round. Really take your time here. Find long breaths in and out, moving between each pose. And then we'll go side to side. So we're going to let the hips go to the right, gaze towards the right. That would be an exhale. Inhale, center. And now we'll go over to the left on the exhale. And take a few more of those, starting to move with your breath, waking up the side body and the spine. And then come back to center. Just take a couple more movements around. Doesn't need to be any particular yoga shape. And let's sit back on the heels. Give the wrists a little turn to release. And then we'll get into the shoulders by reaching the arms back so you get really broad in the front of the body. Spin the palms to face up as they touch overhead. And then you'll bring hands right down to heart center. With the breath, inhale, go back with the arms and then up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more, sweeping inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Into your downward facing dog, so the hands top of the mat, tuck toes and hips rise. Explore the backs of the legs by bending into one knee at a time. Let the hips swing side to side, let the head shake around. Just notice if you find any stretches that feel good. Take a few breaths there. Let's add on the hips. So pause in your downward face and then float right leg into the air. Let the hips stack on top of each other as you bend into that right knee. And now make some big circles with that right knee, one direction and the other, to get into that right hip. Look forward and take a big step. Right foot inside your right thumb, and you can wiggle that foot up if it didn't make it. Stay lifted with the heel of that back foot and then reach those arms up so you've got your high lunge. Let's bend just a little bit into that back knee. Hands find heart center. Inhale, straighten the legs, and then once again reach those arms up. So exhale, both knees bend, hands to heart center. And inhale, everything straightens up. Let's go twice more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now just bend into that front knee. Let the left palm face the ceiling. Right hand is going to take that wrist and take a lean over towards the right. Keep pressing your left hip forward. You might even lift the gaze under left arm. And come back to center. Hands can find heart. We're going to take a lean forward and step that left foot to meet your right foot. Now sweep the arms up, basket the hands behind the head. Let the left elbow fall over towards the left, and we'll now get into your right side body. Right elbow is lifted up and pressing back, and if you want more work, bend into the knees, making this a chair pose. And then come back to center, release the arms and forward fold. Let the feet go about hips width distance. The toes are slightly facing in towards each other. Let's let the hands walk all the way over towards the left as you bend as deep as you can into that left knee. Let the right leg be as straight as possible and release the head. And then walk back to center. So there's an optional vinyasa here. You can simply just step back to your downward facing dog, Or you take a high plank, and then we'll glide forward to a low plank. And upward facing dog, heart forward, downward facing dog on the exhale. Take a few breaths here with the hips high towards the ceiling. And then let's float that left leg in the air. Bend the knee, roll the hip open. Draw a couple circles with the knee one way and the other. And then look forward and take your step. Left foot lands just inside the thumb, the back heel stays lifted. And then the breath in to reach the arms up, so you're coming up to that strong high lunge. Then hands find heart center. Back knee bends just a little bit. And then the breath. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Nice and controlled. Let's take 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up, and then just bend that front knee. Right palm to the ceiling, left hand circles it. Take a dive, left. So you want that right hip pressing forward. And then we'll come back to center. Hands can rest at heart. Take a little lean forward so you can step right foot to the top of the mat. Then the arms reach up, basket hands behind your head. Stand tall, head presses into the hands, and take a side lean right. So now you're lifting that left elbow up and back. And if you took it one step further, bend into the knees for a chair pose variation. And then back to center, release the arms, take your fold. Let the feet separate about hips width, and now the hands take a walk over towards the right. The right knee is the one bending, the left one straighter, and look underneath you. So you might feel the stretch in a lot of places. It's aiming for the side of that left leg, your IT band. And then let's come back to center. Hands come down, optional vinyasa. Once again, you can step back and go straight to downward facing dog, or you go high plank to low plank, upward face, and downward facing dog. Take a couple more exploratory pedals here, bending into the knees. And then keep that right knee really bent and let it sweep all the way over towards the left. So you should feel another stretch for the outside of that left leg. So you're kind of twisting your down dog, looking towards the left. And then you can swap. The right leg straightens, bend left knee, let it swing over towards the right, gazing under the arm. Back to center, you take a few more movements, shake the head around. And then you can come down to sit. 10 minutes, sure does go really fast. Thanks for joining me. I'm Tina. This is Tina's Yoga Room. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Give me a comment on things you'd like to see in future videos. Most of all, have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.